Good evening, everyone. My name is not the Sarcastic Barman. I am Arwen. Barman is out today. He is preparing his bar for tomorrow because then he's allowed to be open again. But I'm here with a couple of guys who are to play a hand of poker and tell some really, really bad jokes. With me today is Boomer. How are you today, man?
I don't know. I'm not Sarcastic Barman. Why did I get out of bed for this? I just bet 30. I've got everything on like the TV muted. Hey, I've just worked out this trick, guys. When you're on the bus and people sit down next to you, just whisper to them, "Did you bring the money?" And they get up and leave. That's the way of keeping a bus seat to yourself. Apart from that, why did I get out of bed? Okay, I'm on house. Hey, full house, buddy. Whoa, 40 chips. Take that.
Nice.
Take that guy. I'm a bad winner. Okay. That's me. I'm done. I've done my joke. I'm going home.
That's good, man. And today, the guy who always knows where the heist is starting, Mr. Flint. How are you doing?
I'm shattered to tears. I have had just a great loss. It is one of my favorite beer glasses which broke by accident. I want to be in silent for about 3 seconds because I'm thirsty and I want the beer. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now beer time. And on the other news, I actually had a hormone, or let's say endorphin, the happy hormone, you know, that stuff. Just had the surge on Saturday, so that was great. Oh yeah, well, stressful week, but that was quite funny when I had that rush. So yeah. On that note, beer.
And also today here is Kriran, a new guy. Say hello, Kriran.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, or good day or morning, wherever you are. How's y'all doing?
Good. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the show, where you're about, what you're doing, and where can we find you?
Well, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm
oh no,
of the dragon, and let me click something. And yeah, what I do absolutely nothing. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm currently trying to create a non-profit organization. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything. And well, I'm always up for a good evening of terrible jokes.
Well, good, because this is I would say that this is a terrible stream for terrible people, but I think that phrase is copyrighted. But
did you say you're making a not-for-profit organisation? Because I'm one of those. I've got plenty of tips on not-for-profit stuff. See me after the game.
Oh, definitely do that.
Oh my God, now I'm fucking straight. Oh God, I'm on fire. Straight to flush in 2 hands, guys. Come at me, guys. Come on, I can do no wrong. All right, sorry. Back to it. Okay, I'm waking up now. Coffee's kicked in.
So one question we always ask everyone today: did anyone see something incredibly stupid this week?
Well, on the internet, there's enough of that going around.
Anything in particular?
Yeah.
Well, it's just I've been enjoying all these anti-mask people, and it's just like the people who can't see the difference between, you know, a shop, you know, being not a public area but a private area. You know, they can't differentiate it. You know, it's gay people and all that, they quite know the difference, but then when it's mask time, they don't, which is absolutely enjoyable. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Getting arrested multiple times in a week, that sort of enjoyment.
I've been following this Twitter account where they they kind of look at the demonstrations like the one on the Museum Square in Amsterdam, and they keep arresting the same persons, the people over and over again every week.
And they don't learn.
I have to admit that it is kind of funny, and they think they're heroes.
Are these serial Karens, you mean?
Yeah, they're
what was it?
More serial Darrens usually, but
What was it again? Insanity is defined by doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Right?
yeah, well, they tried things like having pretend veterans and pretend doctors, sort of creating a human shield around the protesters. But the police didn't really care.
Oh God!
The solution, I think, if you use babies, and puppies, then it'd be more effective.
Yeah, but they are way too intelligent to help out.
I like the puppy idea, the puppy offense. That could be cool. I have to run with that one.
Oh man!
And now it's raining. Okay, fine.
Well,
It's a raining man.
I didn't see anything particularly stupid, but I thought that I'd dig up a couple of funny things to sort of mention, which would be funny. I got, for example.
Well, it's now.
There's one I've heard.
Proven.
Apparently, is it Madame Tussauds, the wax museum? There's one of Kylie Minogue, and apparently the knickers are one of the most stolen items from that particular museum. I don't know why you'd steal them off a wax dummy, but anyway, it is the thought that counts, I suppose.
Yeah, well.
I mean, he has fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
The other two aren't bad, it's just Trump.
Yeah, Putin is just misunderstood. He just really likes riding horses. God.
Well, I read that he was recently elected as the most sexiest man in all of Russia.
Actually, I have to admit that Putin does have actually a really good figure for his age. So
I mean, maybe, but does he have sexiest man of Russia looks?
I don't that many other people from Russia, so.
Well, neither do I, but I just highly doubt that he's the sexiest. that he's actually the sexiest man in Russia. I call election fraud. Oh no, I'll disappear.
Okay, Russian chatbots, you know what to do. You know the drill. We had that like 15 times over in the last hour. Right?
Oh, get him now.
Well, as far as the world leaders, does Justin Trudeau, is that the Canadian dude?
Yeah.
Does he knock Putin off as sexy dudes? Because I can't really tell. I'm not gay enough to know which one's sexy. So, yeah. Tell us, ladies, who's better, Trudeau or Putin?
Wasn't it true, though, that got nicknamed Cook on the internet? Just wondering here, because I remember that being a thing.
I mean, if I had to choose, I'm also not gay, but if gun to my head, I had to choose, I would maybe go for Trudeau.
I'd go Trudeau too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you choose Putin, he would kill you for being gay with him. So then
Yeah, but
definitely
then
Trudeau.
for definition, he would have to kill himself as well.
Correct.
No, that is just an yeah, no. Wait. Okay, that logic follows.
Too much logic.
Oh my god. Barman's going to come and get us and throw us out of here if we keep going.
And just if anybody hasn't noticed yet, it is heist time.
Oh, the bot is actually working.
Yeah, I think Colon fixed it. Colon,
Yeah.
thank you.
Colin was too late to fix the other thing.
But at least we had Dick, so. Yeah. So, do we have any new? I don't mean pearlfish. I haven't seen them here. So welcome. Then we have this weird guy, Streamlabs. He keeps on posting weird stuff.
No, he's something wrong with him.
Bill David, and then we have this weird guy called Boomer. Don't know who that is.
He's not as weird as this Streamlabs guy. This Streamlabs guy can type really fast. And he seems to know about our bank account details too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's kind of
It's
creepy.
getting tragic. Yeah, it is.
And the Streamlabs guy
He knows way
always survives the heist. He always lives to tell everyone who survived the heist and who didn't. I think it's a little bit sus.
True. Yeah.
Oh, have you guys heard of the put in put out song?
Hey, why?
Now I have to look that up. And Boomer is actually
thank you.
pulling everything out of my pockets. What did he
You
have?
can also check for the classic "I am gay, gay, gay." I still love that one. I am.
Is he gay or European?
Is he gay or European? What?
You know the song? It's actually quite good. It's,
No. Are you taking the piss out the Europeans?
Yeah, of course.
because 3 out of 4 of us are totally not European.
No, we're not.
Yeah. And I can pretend to be. I can put on a European accent, and I have driven a European car, so that qualifies. I did have a Peugeot
Oh yeah.
once. Well, I found a Peugeot.
You're almost as Dutch as I am, Boomer.
I know, which is a very sad state of affairs. In a legal and binding manner, too, I might point out.
It's
Clickety buttons.
like
Yep.
you know what
Yeah,
the
this
worst
guy's
part,
getting-
what the worst part is that there are actually two guys that are actually from the Netherlands in this stream right now. So you know that's probably why there aren't a lot of
Yeah.
people online because
It
everyone's
is just
like,
Would they?
language.
Whee!
It's sort of funny, Flint. Normally, when the heist comes up, we usually know because of your over-the-top excitement, almost to the point of genetic material being around the place. You seem to have cut back a bit in your old age, mate. What's happened?
Oh, I'm just starting up.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. All right.
I think the whole cup he destroyed, the beer mug they destroyed, hasn't got him under the weather.
It's it was just so horrible to watch. It was falling so slowly. Like, no, don't fall, and then it just tipped over, and yeah, then it happened.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit happens. So like, oh fuck it. At least it wasn't that one mock which I have still from 2016. You know which one, Queeran. I hold that one dearly.
Oh yeah, and I'm definitely having it here in front of me. I still need to fill it up though, but that's
Oh, fine. There.
No, why don't we do this?
Oh, okay.
Well, then I'm probably gonna do this.
Fine. Chicken.
Dun, 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 dun. You call me chicken?
No, Arwen.
Oh, there you go.
Well, if that makes me click chicken, then cluck, cluck, cluck.
I do you see that? I mean, I also had the other ace, so
Yeah, you did.
I did. So there you go, chips again.
So Boomer, what happened on the NASA bunker 33 today?
Oh, not that channel again.
Oh my god, that movie! Yes, I've got to say, cheesy 50s movies. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It was actually a 1972 movie, but God, they made some crap back in those days, didn't they?
Well, this
was basically
wasn't this like a combination of a 50s movies and then a 70s movie?
I don't know. It was a soapy in space anyway. I'm amazed at the whole plot hole. Like the Chinese, the Cold War was at its height, yet they were not mentioned in the movie. I think they were a bit not too keen on poking the bear, so to speak, which would be a literal term too.
Yeah.
So it was the Chinese. It was all their fault. They had a doomsday device, which we knew looked like a gumball machine in a red cage. It just makes you wonder what drug they're on. I suppose the LSD back then was fucking good. It's definitely testimony to it.
Oh no! It was originally from the 1967.
So, 72 is the release date. So they tried to make it, ran out of space or money or something, and it sat on the shelf for 5 years. And then, did someone find it in a can or something like that? How do they find a movie after 5 years? This is something else.
And then they spent five. Then they spent 5 minutes to finish the movie. Maybe 10.
So what they do brainstorm, they find the movie and think, how can we make this into something? And then come up with an idea where, what was it? Suddenly the collected people from the planet Venus said, we don't like you. Just go away. We're going to boot you over the other side of the universe. They kind of didn't really offer us much hospitality. Immigration policy, a bit like Donald Trump. So at least they were, up to date there.
You mean you could also say, yeah, well, it's immigration policy like Australia. As far as I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, they also have really strict immigration laws, don't they?
Well, it's not something we're particularly proud of. It's always been the ingrained conservative parties seem to do it offshore and they subcontract it. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but conservative politicians tend to run any government-run business, any government-run thing into the ground so they can privatise it and sell it off to their friends. And, basically, if you turn up in a boat, you get sent to another island and left to die. And it is dead set barbaric, but there seems to be this element in the community that think, they're taking our jobs, that whole South Park sort of philosophy.
Okay.
Our current issue, though, because that's been something that's always been there, like stopping the boats has been a big thing. But our current thing is all the staffers have been, the politicians have been shagging their staffers. Like, if you're female and in politics, the odds are you've had some horrid conservative politician groping down your neck and you get employed by the size of your tits. So instead of fucking the country, they're fucking their staff, which I don't know is good or bad, but that's going to hit the fan pretty badly in the next few months, I'd say.
What was it? What was it again, Boomer? Australian values?
Oh my God! Yes, like I say, they don't represent us.
I mean, I see that. I mean, a country can be ruined by only a few people, and that is quite understandable. And I have a couple of, one of my first online friends was actually Australian. I don't think that all are that bad. It's just also a really bad example. And I can say that, Switzerland didn't have the best of a reputation either. So, it was us which introduced to the the funny star symbol in the years 1938 to 1944. So that was us. That's on us.
Poor excuses, Jin. Poor excuses. You were just sleeping.
Yeah, I agree completely. That's on you.
Yeah.
The thing is,
yeah,
how do they get back in? Because I think what happens, the average voter really doesn't care about, they don't get into politics. You have those people who say, I'm not in politics. And you say, do you vote? Yes. Well, you actually are. And if you're going to complain about something that's wrong, you have the power once every 3 years to do something about it. But they seem to be, I don't know, keen to just listen to the media. I remember ages ago, Fox on West News was saying something back when George Bush was in, W that is. And it was something like 224 days till George Bush gets re-elected, although their advertising logo was fair and impartial at the time. So it's sort of weird, but I don't know, people just don't want to get into it and look what they're doing and vote them out. And if you don't vote them out, they just keep thinking they can get away with it. Imagine if Trump had got a second term. Oh my God, would he have been chest beating and bouncing off the walls and telling everyone how great it was? We dodged a bullet there.
He is still chest beating and telling everyone how great it was. Because he still thinks he won.
Well, of course you think he won.
But I love how the plane is sit on the airport, an engine missing and the other engine packaged up, and just he's being run into the ground. It's going to be fun.
It's like that dodgy second-hand car salesman, and you're there and the car's blowing smoke and the tyres are flat, and he's looking at you in the eye down the barrel and saying, runs great. And I actually have seen salesmen do that. I've actually worked in a shop where that was like that. And you can just look at these guys. How can you lie to that customer? Oh, they can do it. How do you sleep? Oh, no, I look money.
Highest.
Oh, there we go. Yes, that's that. That's
there you go. He wakes up.
Yeah. More beer.
It is like, yep, he's running. The caffeine's kicked in.
No, the beer.
The Red Bull. The beer. Yeah. Okay.
I should make like a nice brown ale and call it teddy beer. And then the package is a plushy bear, where you screw off the head.
Oh, I love that idea.
Like, ugh. It'd be adorable. You can take your beer to bed.
Yeah. Who lost me? Of course, again. Okay, fine.
Of course.
Yeah. Today is not my day.
Don't you know anything?
It's always a job.
Well, I know a bit too much about science, which is like, something stupid, which my dad lets out. It's like, our neighbors are notoriously keeping the light on in their floor, which is basically shining directly into our hallway, which is, if you get up and haven't adjusted your eyes to light, it can quite blind you. That's how bright it is.
On the other hand, you save money on lighting up your hallway.
Yeah, I mean that isn't anything.
Person talking? Do I hear?
Oh God, no. The issue is with that. It's just like, it is just bright, and we wanted to. He wanted something like something more sing over there. It's like shut off your light or shut your shutters. And I was like, we can do that. That's not that big of an issue.
They said,
and he was like, I want to have it something sending with 1,000 voltmeters over there. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, why? Do you know what voltmeters are? Like, no. Yeah, great. That's where it begins. You don't even know. And I just know what that means. That's basically an electromagnetic field strength. I can't be confusing all of us. They have similar names, but they mean differently. But basically what that means, you're creating a radar dish directly in your house if you do that. You know, microwave thing like. And main emission is in the house as the power dissipates in the square to the distance. So, yeah, use light, not fancy microwave with a lot of power, which can lead to major disturbances.
But Korean, this is not it's not joke hour yet. But I have to say this. You do know how we make copper wire here in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, people, you throw a quarter like on the floor, and they'll fall on both ends, and, you know, create a wire. That's how you create copper wire. It's a Dutch invention.
Yeah. Copper wire is a Dutch invention. They gave to Dutch people a copper coin. Yeah.
You know,
No, Billy Connolly said that copper wire was invented with two Scotsmen fighting over a penny. That was Billy Connolly, so it's not a racist joke there. And it's bad joke time, I'll get it early. Hey, Jin in the chat said he's having a lazy day doing his laundry. Sorry, Jin, the thing me and my laundry have in common is no one's doing either of us.
So I worked in a zoo, and I was going to do research on sharks. And I noted to a colleague, like, okay, we've got these sharks. You know how they get more aggressive the more sharks there are, because, you know, the more foot pressure there is. So they get more competitive. I don't need to do research in the wild. No, you just got to go to Amsterdam and just bring a 50 euro bill, throw it on the floor, and yell out loud, free 50 euros, get it when you get it. The first one who gets it, you know, it'll do the same behavior. You don't need to go to some far off place to do shark research. You could do it in Amsterdam. Just go there and throw a few bills out.
Yeah.
There's going to be a fight. If there are like two people around it, they're not going to fight over it. It's really simple.
I thought you guys would all be too stoned to fight over it. Wouldn't you just sit there and go, hey, let someone else do it? It's all like nice, easy to acquire weed. I think you're having a crack at me. You're having me on, aren't you? Actually, on the thing about sharks, I don't know if you've ever seen River Monsters with that guy, Jeremy. And he was showing you down in Florida where there's hundreds of people swimming, basically about a mile or two out. It's like a shark freeway between the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean. And what happens, these sharks are wired to, when the boats go, because there's quite a lot of, it's like a fishing village as well. When the boats head off, the sharks follow the boats out. And the fishermen also, it's not uncommon, you get a big hit and you start reeling in some heavy fish, it suddenly goes lighter and you pull it up and it's half chewed off by a shark. And yet this area, despite the frequency of sharks, there's no shark attacks. It's like a protection racket. The sharks go and take a chunk out of the fish that the fishermen are getting and consequently don't eat anybody. So it's sort of this,
You see, the most shark attacks really happen is when or the shark gets confused or some stupid human thinks, like, hey, I'm going to touch the shark, and, you know, they get bitten. Or there's like there was a big wave of shark attacks, and then they found out that the slaughterhouse had a leaky tank that leaked into the river, and all the blood came into the river, and the shark attacks increased. And I was like, well, gee, why? You know, it's surprising. It is not.
No! Why do the sharks attack when there is actually blood in the freaking water?
Yeah, they think it's something else that you are.
No, it's I usually find it quite interesting when my niece and especially my niece is like, yeah, well, this animal is evil. It's like, no, it's not, but it has teeth. So, yeah, and you also have teeth. The animal is not evil. It is just behaving in its way it should. And if you don't know how to handle the animal, that is your fault, not the animals. And that's what I try to teach them.
Now they say that the sharks are more afraid of you than you are of them. What, you're telling me, for fuck's sake, what, sharks are up all night Googling me, are they?
Yeah, exactly.
But you may say that sharks, that animals aren't evil. But at least they can be a little bit naughty. Because look,
Yeah.
ravens have been accused of stealing groceries from an Alaskan customers.
Yeah, I mean, that's just basically the parents looking after their children. After all, if they would have proper minimum wage, they wouldn't have to steal stuff, right?
Yeah, there you go.
And
You should pay your.
one customer said they know what they're doing. It's not the first time. They're very fat, so I think they've got a whole system there.
Yeah. Hey, what about the monkeys in Indonesia? The monkeys know they go and steal stuff off the tourists, and they understand the barter and the value of it. Things that are higher in value, the monkeys will no. Like if it's a good set of Ray-Ban sunglasses or your wallet, they know it has a higher value to us. And these monkeys will go, it's targeted thievery. And they're little pricks. They're like dead set bastards the way they know what they're doing. So they switched onto it, exploiting the local tourists.
Yeah.
That was thanks to TJ, who's not around.
Well, is it the same club of monkeys that also likes to ride on deer?
No. Okay, you brought it up. You're going to explain it now. I'm not going to get you out of this one.
Okay, there's also a group of monkeys that likes to go on the back of a deer, and then they ride the deer, but the deer isn't moving, so to speak.
Like, nope, not gonna move for that individual.
No, they rob one off on the deer.
Okay.
And the deers are just standing there, just like eating grass, and just like, yeah, you know what are you gonna do if you turn one off? The next one is gonna climb on. I might as well just accept it.
Just let him finish.
This is my life. It's my life now.
Oh well.
What have we become?
There we go.
Deers? Oh dear.
Oh dear, yes.
But here's the irony.
Oh yes, the irony.
We've actually had this on our stream on Bunker 33, right? On NASA Bunker 33, we had that running, and yet it's been quiet pretty much most of the stream. As soon as the monkey deer porn's up, two people appear in the chat: Sprinkle, what is his name? Yeah, Quiddies and Colin. And we have a suspicion these guys might be monkey deer porn aficionados who trawl the internet looking for this. So we set our trap and we caught them out. Thank you, Colin. You're exposed.
Oh God.
God, we're 40 minutes in and we're on the monkey deer porn. It's going to be a long night, man.
Oh, there's going to be a long night. And the alcohol has been there. It's like, oh.
Ow.
I'm not going to get there yet.
But with the whole barter system, also kind of makes you question humanity a little bit, because we've always been like, oh, you know, because the whole bartering idea is always something we pointed out that we had over the animals. And
No. Okay, from an animal point of view, it's like a couple of animals, a couple of monkey species in Morocco and a couple of other places, they actually found out that they're in the Stone Age. They started in the Stone Age, which is really exciting because it gives us a view into the world of, you know, what our primitive start was with tool usage, because they are now digging up at some places like tools that have been scratched by monkeys to use as a way to open, you know, fruits and all that. Yeah. They're scratch marks that show that they used it as a tool, and it's recent. I believe in Japan, a monkey, a juvenile monkey, started washing their food, and then, well, now it's a common behavior, and they started in the 70s or something, in the 80s. They started that behavior, and so there is definitely behavioral development going on. And what I think is, I think it's a bit of a thing. Like, humans are like, oh, we're so smart. No, the only luck is that we are better off than animals. It's because we got a bad stomach, and we have thumbs. That's the only two reasons we're better off. We have a bad stomach, so cooking our food is more interesting for us. And, you know, because our stomach can't handle our food badly. So we've discovered fire, and ever since we discovered fire, we progressed. We then someone threw some stones in there, and, you know, from there, you know, technology took off. But we're not way more intelligent than other animal species. We're above intelligent. You know, we're the more intelligent species, but we're not way smarter than let's say dolphins or monkeys.
Yeah, now that's interesting you bring that up too, because we evolved an external stomach, being a frying pan with fire. And I've discussed this again in one of our NASA Bunker 33 streams. Although we think fire makes us smarter, we burn our souls, and like we invent wheels and we run over our fucking toes. We invent electricity and we get electrocuted. We sit in cars and we basically get killed. So are we really smart by making all this shit? Because we seem to just be better at making rather inventive ways and more interesting forms of suicide, if you boil it down that way.
There you go. Now we're making a boom rocket, and then we'll explode ourselves. It's like, yeah, of course we are.
Exactly.
I mean, species or as an individual may be smart, but as a species we're rather stupid.
Yeah. And we won't even get to Oppenheimer and nuclear weapons, will we? The chain reaction, yahoo! Yeah, how did that go? And then we got enough weapons to blow us up about 5 times over. Oh, fuck! Like people like Trump.
You can say what we want, but at least we now have a helicopter on Mars that is holding a little piece of fabric from the first plane of the Wright brothers.
Yeah. In a way, cool.
I saw that. I was like, that is so fucking cool. They just said that they actually sent a little piece of the Wright brothers plane with the Mars rover.
They did. Actually, currently the state of the helicopter, if anybody's not following it, is basically it had the watchdog trigger. So watchdog is basically a hardware implemented thing which supervises the software running, and if the software doesn't call back, it will trigger and will make a reset of the software. So that's a safety measure, and that one triggered, and I want to find out now why it triggered that fault. So with big hopes that it will be starting this week, and I was actually planning on covering that also here on the EiE, but currently I have a lot of things to do in this week, which is just rather stressful. So maybe it will not happen, but we will see. Real
life is always more important, man.
Yeah, especially if you need to make presentation content out of 5 minutes of presentable content.
It can do no wrong. I've had 3 straights and 2 flush and 2 full blouses tonight, guys. Come at me. The kids at the orphanage will have lettuce side dishes tonight with their baked beans. Sorry.
With 0.18 cents, you will get them what? Maybe a fraction of a piece of lettuce. Maybe
you'll have lettuce as a side.
In the menu, there should be a way to get a little bit of extra.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They'll do an extra shift at the factory, at the fish market. Cuts. There's plenty of fish cuts out there. We've moved them from chimney sweeping onto gutting fish at the cannery. down at the old mill. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there, dude.
And it is
Hello.
it is Ivy. It's in the chat too. Hello, Ivy.
Evo.
Hello.
We are really invading.
Should we try and rope one of them in? Should we try and rope in an extra person, or have we got enough money to steal off each other? It's okay, you can come in.
I just brought some extra, you know, it's just like, I don't care. Just clicking buttons.
Yeah, that's on the top right. There should be a cake, and then click the cake, and then you can put in your money back into the game.
I hope it's an indefinite source.
Yeah, basically.
It is. It is.
Oh, there we go. Then I'm gonna be a good answer for y'all.
A cake, and then click the cake.
There you go.
Put in your money back into the.
It sort of takes the pressure off it, but it's not like you're really gambling your bank account.
Yes,
if anyone
it has
wants
to be only Streamlabs and Jin, of course.
Hello.
If anyone wants to come in and is concerned of the antics of these other guys, I shall protect you. Trust me. They will not get away with anything untoward.
Are you sure?
Definitely not.
Yeah. So I think Ivy can't do poker because she's CGI. So
yeah, that's a little bit difficult for people who are CGI.
Yeah, well,
it's CGI poker.
It's only like 30 minutes left until we row into the break and go for bad jokes afterwards.
Aren't we doing that already? I mean,
no, we're doing bad stories. They're kind of like long bad jokes.
Yeah, after that it really gets messed up.
Trust me, you'll know when we get into the bad jokes.
Yeah. So did the tanker, did that bloody tanker in the Suez Canal, did someone find reverse gear on it or find how the steering wheel works, or is it still wedged in and stopping?
I saw they got it loose last week.
Yeah, but they did get loose last week. But funny that you asked, because of course, you know, that's how the internet goes. If someone does a meme, if one boat does a meme, other boats have to copy it. It's a thing. That's how the internet works.
You know, the new joke right now is you know, of course, Prince Philip. You know, I mean, he looked like a ghoul, and I think he disassembled like Spider-Man from the movies. You know, he fell apart at some point. It's like, yeah, that's the new joke now.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one on Prince Philip already. I don't think anyone's got. He's 98 years and 10 months old. He was only 2 months off getting a "congratulations, you're 100 years" telegram off his wife. Oh, he must be so pissed off he didn't get it.
He's pissed off above there. God damn it!
I 2 more months. I would have got a letter from the missus.
I bet.
And I gotta say,
I bet his wife just thought it was gonna be too weird.
Yes. What things did Prince Philip get up to in his almost 100 years? Did he do anything particularly famous? Anything you know of, Arduin?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No. Honestly, no. Yeah, he was. I do have my doubts if he was actually 100 years old. I think he was much older. I seem to remember stories that told by my dear old departed friend, Mr. Fluffy, who remembered fighting Prince Philip during the Crusades. So.
Well, the only creepy thing I found is like that he started writing when he was 18 or something, 19, with Queen Elizabeth when she was like 13. It's like, there's some creepy vibes in there. Yeah.
That's just how royals work. It's
yeah,
creepy, but you know.
Okay, fair enough. with these royals, you know, they like weird things, but
Yeah, you speak my mind with that.
let's bring up the Austrian royals. With
Well, I was
the
about to jump onto the
Oops.
Hasbros. The Hasbros guys, I mean, they were so fucking inbred. Their family's tree was a stick. Apparently, the King of Spain, when Napoleon was around, he was so far intertwined with his inbrededness. I think the guy had a zillion and a half things wrong with him. And there's no way I'm going to jump in on this hand. He had a zillion things wrong with him, which is so fucked up.
Shaken.
It wasn't about getting married to sort of get married. It was about alliances, country alliances.
Shaken.
That's what mattered.
Insider,
I think
Insider. Sadly, Barman isn't here today. He is building up his pub to be able to go open tomorrow, because they are allowed to go open tomorrow in Britain. So Barman is sadly had to take a leave of absence, and he left us in charge. So
we just stole the keys, raided the bar, and now we're sitting here quite comfortably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we'll see to what degree Barman will regret his decision.
Oh yeah, I already wrote him that he should reorder a couple of stuff. I won't send it until tomorrow.
All right, look, Insider, if you want him back, just a brown paper bag with notes of varying denominations, non-sequential notes, deliver it to the door, and we will give you Barman back. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm. What was it again?
But what I wanted
carry
to
it
say, what I wanted to say was, of course, with the Suez Canal boat, when one boat is trying to do a mean thing, of course, all the other boats have to copy it. And I saw this article.
Okay, boats do that drifting thing, the multi-track drifting. Boats can actually do that. They can go sideways in a canal, like it's just like you shouldn't mess up. But I'm really curious about the cause of the problem, because I can't imagine that a pilot that goes, because you have to board a pilot specifically to go into the Suez Canal. I can't imagine a pilot fucking up.
It was a lot of wind involved in that.
Yeah, from what I could understand, is that the problem with the Suez Canal is already that it aged a bit, basically, and nowadays it's like. It's really easy to make a small accident and fuck up like this. It's actually more of a miracle that it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah, Barman is still in the dryer. Barman is still in the dryer.
It's not a dryer. That's the gravity. Look, it looks like a clothes dryer. This is our spaceship we have on NASA Bunker 33. Like, share, and subscribe. It's not a clothes dryer, Jim. It looks like a clothes dryer, but that's how we do gravity. It's a kind of a Borg, Star Trekky, cube, TARDIS-y spaceship. Honestly, Jim, we explain this to you every week.
I don't know where you put him, but I think I put him into the dryer at my company, so... Oh, I think I left it on, so it's rather more a sauna.
Throat. I'm going to...
Uh-oh.
Let's check, and I'm gonna fetch a beer because my throat's getting drier.
Yeah, that's something really horrible that can happen, and a dry throat can be easily cured with a nice, cold, refreshing beverage.
I'm getting the same mug, but then a different mug as yours, and I'm going to coat my throat.
Yeah, check. Push it out.
Yeah, it's good to check.
2747. It's not joke time yet, but I'll guess.
I know.
But I'll guess I'll read both of your jokes. Oh,
Yeah,
Flint.
Arwen.
How did Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
Yes!
Oh,
I got the pair of queens.
Yeah. I've got an
thought
aneurysm. I've already got an aneurysm.
Yeah,
Come on, not till hard time. We've still got some shameless shilling.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, there's a website called NASA Bunker 33 that needs to get a bit of promotion out there. Bunch of really good guys, apparently. I don't know them personally, but I hear they're pretty cruising dudes. What do you think, Arwen? Have you heard of NASA Bunker 33 or not?
I have actually, and I know.
Is that Disney as well? Shared with Disney. Club 33.
No. 33 is a number that is totally not from the Illuminati. And
Of course it's not.
No, of course not. Absolutely not. And what I do know is that the NASA Bunker 33 is going to do a 24-hour live stream next month.
Hey. And there's a heist. Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, and what's the 24-hour stream about, Arwen? That's got so rudely interrupted by the heist. That's Streamlabs guy's giving us the shits. I'll be having words with him after the break. Yeah, so what's their stream about?
Yeah. Of course, from May the 8th to May the 9th, we are going to do a 24-hour live stream to support the Dutch Neurofibromatosis Foundation, which is a cause that is really, personally, really dear to my heart. And yeah, come watch us, come support us, and maybe if you have some money left, without giving you any financial stress, maybe donate a little bit.
So that is, it's sounding like a really weird illness, which is most likely not that common, right?
Actually,
Correct.
Or
actually, it's more common than you think. It's still fairly uncommon, but it's more common than you think, because 1 in 3 to 4,000 people have neurofibromatosis type 1. So it's not a super rare disease as people think. It's actually around more than people realize. It's just that not everyone everyone's daily life is affected by it.
And one of the symptoms apparently is not using your microphone to type into the keyboard, as some people do in this card game. That's one of the non-symptoms of it. And another symptom is not getting as drunk as a skunk on stream and abusing people. That's also not a symptom of neurofibromatosis, nor is doing an apology video that's not really an apology. But we won't go any further into that. Well, at least for 10 minutes. God, I love this place.
And thank you, Dave. Yeah, NASA Bunker 33 is good at showing the worst films made. Great for a European Sunday morning with lots of coffee. Yeah, that is always a lot of fun to do, watching terrible movies. And we did a really god awful movie today called The Doomsday Machine. And we were talking about it a little bit.
No, the thing I loved at the start, the chick's doing this little stealth sneak up to get into the Chinese whatever it is, and to distract the dog and the guard, she throws a cat over the fence. And I just, as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, this movie is me. I love it. That's what I would do. Dog distraction unit, A cat. Many cats. No cats were harmed in the filming of that show. Well, maybe one. We're not sure. We don't know how the cat came out. Fuck.
What cracked me up was what was before I even watched 1 second of the movie, and I was reading a little text about the movie, and apparently the movie was originally made for the biggest part in 1965, but they ran out of money and they stopped making the movie, and then later on in like 1972 or something like that, they picked production back up, but the problem was that they didn't have the original cast or set or costumes.
Now hang on. Look,
Okay.
I did bring this up during the movie. During it, there's a voice I've picked up, and I thought, I know that voice. It comes in, and it's what's his name? Larry Farrell. It's BJ Honeycutt from MASH. So basically, his career went the opposite to Tits Up. There was also one guy who went on to become a cowboy in, I think it was Bonanza. Someone else ended up, I think, in Cut 54. Where are you? So they all went on to have reasonably promising careers after that shit of a movie. So it's kind of the opposite of Star Wars, where they all went on to good things, whereas in Star Wars, Harrison Ford was the only person whose career didn't go tits up for a good dozen years or so after the movie.
Well,
It's sort of interesting.
I think that in his own right, Mark Hamill did pretty okay for himself.
To a point. Hey, what happens in this game if you got like two pair that's not as good as the pair that's on the table? Do you sort of default to the pair that's on the table?
Yeah, that
You have
pair on the
you have
table
two
is
pairs.
yeah, then you probably have 2 pairs.
Well, I've just revealed that I've got obviously 2 twos, and I'm not going to win this hand, so that's why I was just asking. Just one of those curious things.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I never had a chance of winning that, did I?
No.
The Jack won it. Oh, fuck off. So even though I had a pair of 2s, a Jack won it. This game's rigged.
Yeah,
Okay, Greg,
it is rigged.
this is not a gun in my pocket. I'm not afraid to use it, okay? Sorry, it is a gun in my pocket. Oh, fuck. No. Right. Beating a pair of 2s with a Jack. I'm really dirty on that. Just for that, I'm going to come back hard. Oh, yeah, so getting back to this thing of actors, what we might try and do, Arwen, is when we're doing an old movie, we'll try to find all the old names and work out to what they went on to be. Because a lot of times there are really good extras that just did gigs in these horrible, cheesy movies. And I reckon we'll make that a bit of a competition. We'll give away Monopoly money for those who, first correct entry or something, and try to trick people into watching us to boot the algorithm. We're going to try all sorts of tricks. We're pretty desperate nowadays. We've got to get more desperate, which boggles the mind. Oh, fuck. This is getting worse.
We should do an hour or 2 of poker during the 24-hour live stream. Now that I'm sitting here and playing a few hands of poker and shit talking, I'm like, yeah, I can do this for a couple of hours during our charity stream.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be better though.
I mean,
feathering Barman. We try to shame Barman into eating chili. We need to torture people, so we'll get Sprinkles and Barman and that to eat chili. And I don't know what's that shit fucking fish that you guys eat in Scandinavia.
You mean surströmming?
Yeah, but
That's the one.
It's not us guys in Scandinavia. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is Swedish.
Yeah.
And I actually would at least suggest that you get some input from Arctic Reflections about how to serve that poor fish, because it's actually quite good if you do it right. Just the smell is horrible because you usually open that can in the open, not in the inside.
Now you open it in a bucket of water. I really want to do it though.
Same.
What I would really do is open the can somewhere in the middle of the forest where there is no one around. I would also not open it in your own backyard because there might be a chance that that they call the police.
I mean,
Well, I tell you what, Flint. Yeah, Flint, when you get home tonight, have I left a little surprise for you?
Is it fishy?
It could be. It wouldn't be a surprise if I was to tell you about that shit under your couch when I was burgling your place earlier today.
It's time for the fish.
By the way, dude, I really, a bit more respect for your burglars. Clean your fucking place up. We are so appalled. If you keep leaving it that disgusting, I'm going to stop burgling you. That's how offensive
So you climbed all the way up to about 800 meters above sea level.
I did.
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
I put in the hard yards.
Fine.
Yes, so at least appreciate my work. And that's some things.
It was quite the slope, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm living in the middle. Hey, Boomer. Just say my house is actually in the middle of the Midland, as in the flattest part of Switzerland. So you weren't there. I think you surprised somebody else.
But
oh well. I mean, I think we'll still enjoy it, right, guys?
You know, it's
that
it's
being
so
the case,
flat.
would you?
It's so flat.
Would you like to buy a set?
Dutch.
Would you like to buy a set of skis then? I've got some beautiful second-hand skis which someone like you could use.
I mean, what is it? Australia has like they don't have many mountain ranges, do they?
We do have snow.
Yeah, I mean,
we do
you
have snow, but we don't have.
Where?
I mean,
Oscar.
Oh,
It's in more snow, probably.
I know that you have one cable card, and I know that this cable card has technology of a company which I worked for in it.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, the only cable card in Australia has something from a company which I worked for.
Would that be the cable car at Mount Buller? I would say. Are you talking ski lift, or do you? Because we don't have any cable cars here. We have cars that are proper cars, but we do have a couple of ski lifts. So I dare say that'd be it.
Where was it? Yeah, it is cable card, the one which is suspended on wires going over stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
we did have a chairlift, but that fell over. I'm serious. I actually know the chairlift. It fell over.
Oh God. Yeah, Boomer, you need to come to Switzerland at one point. Then we go into a proper cable card, and then you see a plane's perspective without leaving the ground.
You know,
I've watched James Bond movies. Cars that never go well. So you can stick your cable cars up your fucking clacker, bro.
I mean, we also can go with the cogwheel, thingy up, if you prefer that, a cogwheel card.
I definitely don't prefer a cogwheel. That doesn't sound like something I'm into. That sounds like something that's in your dungeon.
It is basically a train which has for traction below it has a cogwheel. I don't know any. It's a cog. C-O-G.
Oh,
it's a cogwheel.
Not the chicken. It is the Z as a Charlie, Oscar, Golf, the cog.
The chicken. There's more things.
So basically, it's on the one side you have the high cable card, and on the other side you have the cogwheel car train, which is one of the steepest slopes you can have in Europe, as far as I know. And me and Kieran actually went on, walked up to one side, and you should have seen him. It was amazing.
Okay, I really dread depths, and I really Like, the only time I do not dread height is when I'm in a roller coaster. So I'm on the side of a hill in a thunderstorm. It was a blimey thunderstorm out there. We were like, what was it, 2,000 meters up on a wall side, climbing or whatever. What the fuck? It was cold. It was scary.
Oh yeah, it was quite the experience which we had.
Yeah.
And as we finally came up there, suddenly the weather started to get better, and we were like, "Yep," and we were soaked to the bones.
Don't get caught in a thunderstorm on a mountain. It's really those stories they tell you is not fun.
Yeah. So yeah.
So guys, I was kind of wondering. So what do you do if you're an employer and you had to let someone go, and then you, of course, being a good employer, you of course refuse to pay that person's last paycheck, and then that bastard goes to the Department of Labor. So what do you do then? Well, of course, what do? You pay your employer, your former employee. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's quite confusing.
With a wheelbarrow of coins. Pennies.
Yeah,
And
of course it's pennies.
Yeah, not just pennies, oily pennies. So this guy got fired from his job. And he had to go through the Department of Labor to get paid. Because of course, a dickhead that just kicks you out because during a pandemic is also refusing you to pay. Because, you know, why would he? So,
you know, if I was an employer and I had to let go of someone, I would give them a frozen gift card, like, you know, let you go.
What's the backstory here, Arvin? Like, he sacked him. Was the guy a goof-off worker, or like, come on, there's a little bit missing in this.
The story is more that the employee got paid in pennies, and the company helped him out by helping him cash those pennies, because, you know, trying to get $1,000 worth of pennies cashed is a bit of a challenge, you know.
Well, when my brother's friend used to be a cab driver, and what you would get at the start of your shift was, I think it was $100 in $2 coins, and I think 50 in ones. And if you didn't get any customers giving you notes, they would say at the end of your shift, just pay yourself out of your float. So you'd have to pay yourself $80 or $90 in $2 coins, which is a real bastard, because it's still in a little neat sort of cardboard package. And when you go to try and spend it, people think you've stolen it from somewhere. So you have to sort of pay yourself in coins. So, yeah, a bit of a trick. I suppose it's still money, but yeah, you don't want to spend $30 on something and count 15 $2 coins out.
I mean, it's not pennies, at least, so...
Yeah,
that's at least something.
Yeah,
this was $1,000 in pennies, and of course it doesn't matter if the employee was a goof off or something like that. If you let someone go, you pay the guy, and if you don't, the guy goes through the labor department to get his rights. In fucking America, because so imagine how much in the right he had to be to get his rights. How much of a dick do you have to be to pay that person in pennies?
I only had it once when I wasn't paid for a job which I did. I mean, I only was there 2 days, but there was a couple of reasons, and I later had to learn that the one who employed me was third-party stuff. Too complicated to explain. Basically, they didn't want to pay me, and then they accused me of being a bad worker, and they didn't want to pay me. It's like, dude, you signed a contract with me, which states that you need to pay me, and you lied to me from the beginning. and that
Thanks.
was the problem.
Thanks, Ivy. Take care. But yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
here's the thing. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you were a goofwaffer or something like that. If you worked hours, you should get paid for those hours.
Yeah.
If you let go because you're a goof-off, yeah, fair enough, you know.
Still, even if you're a goof off, you still need to pay. It is a contract.
Yeah, well,
It
like I
was
said,
signed by two parties.
Yeah, but like I said, if you get fired because of that, fair enough. But
Fine,
Well,
I don't
point
care.
this out. You get a lot of people who might train like a subcontract. Two good examples I've got. The first one was Pedro used to be a tree trimmer. Now, he had to get 3 guys in. I was one to help him. He needed 3 guys, and it was about a 2-hour job to chop this tree down, and it was in between houses, a very tricky thing to do. And when it came to collecting the money, he'd already quoted, I think, $400 for the tree. The guy says, no, you'll say it was going to take you 3 or 4 hours. It only took you a couple, and I'm not going to pay. And the funny thing about this is a tree trimmer has a chainsaw. You reckon that in itself is maybe a good idea to pay the money? So anyway, and he's closed the door. So Pedro's, fuck this, walks straight up with the chainsaw, starts it, revs it up, just leaves it revving, and then just scratches on the door. The door opens quickly, and out comes the money. And the other example, too, I put out the snake man. When you remove venomous snakes from people's houses, I actually said to him, so I suppose people always pay their bill. Oh, yeah, they do. I never realised that, because if the guy's got venomous snakes, you don't want him to get them back. So they always pay.
I mean, I once had it for the cousin of my dad is basically herpetologist. Is the one guy, the guy who knows reptiles in our for the state which I live in, and he is good at his job, and he usually gets funny calls like, yeah, well, there's Natrix helvetica, which is one of the native snake species here in Switzerland, partially venomous, and actually it is a protected species. And the lady there had one of those specimens in their pond, which was eating all the fish. Like, yeah, that thing can do that. Yeah. And then he was so kind and removed the snake from the pond, and then she was like, yeah, I want to get paid as in for my damages. Like, he looked at her like in all seriousness, like, what? Yeah, well, if a bear does hunt down somebody, or wolves eat sheep or other livestock, you will get compensation from the states. Like, yeah, you know that I'm not the state, and B, holding up the bag with the snake in it, that here is a protected species, and this species can live wherever it wants. So should I put it back? The answer suddenly was no, and he just left with it. So that about not paying the snake remover, about you wanting money from somebody actually committing something illegal because you think you're in the right. Like, not so really, because I mean, people are usually astonished that we actually have native snakes here, so that's always fun to tell them.
Oh, they're so scary.
Oh, come on.
yeah,
No,
I think we have native snakes here too. But
Yeah, I mean, at least you have the common viper. That's at least the one which you have. That's I mean, what was it? Vipera berus. That's at least the one which you have. I think you also have Natrix. Natrix should be in your region too, because it spreads up to Germany, and I think none of the rest which we have do you have. But Queer for sure can correct me.
I think that even with the most venomous snake, if you get bitten, you can easily stroll to the first aid, and when you get to the front desk, the lady says, "Yeah, just calm down for a minute, will you?"
Yeah,
that little kid just fell off his bike. He's far more serious danger than you are.
Yeah. So basically, what's most dangerous that you can have of a bite of any of the European snakes, as in the ones which I know, is basically that you are allergic to their venom. Which is then more serious because, then you need to act really quickly to get it out of your system, be treated properly. Also, what most people try to do is, I think, most people don't know how to react properly to a snake bite. It's like, first of all, you need to slow down, as in very, very slow down. Because that's the thing. Yeah, calm down. It is no use that you bring your blood pressure up. It's only spreading it quicker. And then you need to know where you are, and maybe if you get at least a glimpse of the snake, you at least can guess what it is. Usually the snakes here are the venomous one anyway. They're tiny. What is the biggest one is about 70 centimeters. So.
Nice. You thought you might have this straight there. What you say is interesting because it's actually not the bloodstream the venom goes through. It's actually the epidural or something like that, which is the layer of water between your skin. And what used to be a procedure of hit bitten, put a tourniquet around, twist it up with a and so forth, which was taught to us as kids, it's actually not true. You've got to wrap a compression bandage because by wrapping the tourniquet around, you get gangrene, you've got to amputate the limb. So you just wrap a compression bandage and calm down. A bit hard to calm down when you know a snake may have bitten you. And the other thing is, a lot of snakes bite that they don't know whether it's venomous. Having the snake a good identification is the other thing. And what's the other thing he's pointed out at a wildlife park we have here in Ballarat? Wear boots, because most of the time snakes bite around the feet because you step on them. Here's the thing, it's not the big ones, it's the little ones that are 6 inches to a foot long because they hide in wood piles and you'll tend to pick them up and then they'll swing around and get you in the hands. So it's always bang your sticks in your firewood. Being in Australia and every day is like getting to work every day is like the opening scenes of Raiders of the Lost Ark. We're snake aware here and we don't really get it. We haven't had a fatal snake bite for 20 or 30 years, I think, because we wear boots and we're careful.
Also here, if you are so afraid of snakes, it's best thing is to wear good footwear. That's the best thing you can do. Next thing is basically just don't sneak, make noise, try to scare them away.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for most people.
And look,
and
Drak and Flint, for you, the most important way to safeguard yourself against snakes is lose a few more games and go to your fucking cheek and check your letterbox, because these games, buddy, you'll be in trouble.
It's
sorry.
It's the other thing is like when you need to look out here in Switzerland when you go hiking around the mating season, which is around April or May. You can get across a snake which is just in heat and will not notice you until you sit down right next to them, and then they suddenly notice and it's like, what the, and then they get scared. So that's also something to look out for. Is around that time of the year when they actually get into mating. That's the only thing.
We're getting close to a break, Ardoin. Am I doing your job?
4 minutes, but I didn't want to interrupt. You guys were talking away so nicely.
Snakes. Yeah. I like snakes.
Cuddle coils are always good.
Liking snakes is all well and good, but you know what really creeps me out? Those people that keep snakes as pets. That's just no.
Armin doesn't like me.
They're actually kind of pretty boring. They just sit in the fish tank, and that's sort of it. You know, like, where's your snake? There he is. Okay, you know, like they don't exactly do tricks.
Yeah, well, my snakes do tricks. You know, the trick they can do the best, it's called fall. And they can do it quite well.
They love gravity.
Yeah, they really love gravity. I mean, they're really clumsy climbers, really. They basically just, most of the time they climb up, they just fall down.
Gravity is not real, it's uppity.
Yeah, it's uppity and downity. Sorry, I forgot.
What happens is that instead of things falling, everything is actually stationary, and it's the flat Earth moving upwards that's catching up to the things that are stationary and hanging in the air.
There you go. It's a floating snake, you know, being caught up by an uppity Earth.
Mm.
You know, that I do have an interesting question on snakes. Is how did something like that evolve? Because you'd think having legs is an evolutionary advantage. Like, how do you go in the direction of losing your legs? Because they must have come from somewhere. And I dare say dinosaurs or whatever it is.
You can probably hide in holes a lot easier with being a snake and then having
their
paws.
With propulsion. Look at slugs. You'd say get some legs, but here they are crawling on snot. You know, there are multiple ways of moving about.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, you tend to think with natural selection, leglessness would not be a thing. Like, we actually have legless lizards. I think the difference between a snake and a lizard is one has ear holes and ears, which a lizard or
eyelids. They can blink.
And the tail position.
Okay, lizard. Okay, but we have a legless lizard, and there are little areas where they did at some stage have legs in the evolutionary chain, and there are some things like that that I find questionable. Some of the things animals go through to evolve.
Snakes have short tails and lizards have long tails, which makes no sense if you have no clue what I'm saying here. But snakes have short tails and lizards have long tails.
So for just to give a comparison, the tail of my rolly pythons with the biggest one is only about 7 to 8 centimeters long, and she is about 1.60 meters. So yeah.
But Fred,
so is that the defining thing? Are we sitting out?
Shall we make this the last hand before we roll into the break? So sit out if you're folding.
I've sat out.
Oh. Let's go. That's all right.
So today,
great.
Today as a break music, we have Chase Harper. You should really give her a sub. She has way too few subs. I'll post a link in the... sorry, Harper Bloom, is it? It is? I mispronounced that. Harper Bloom. And you should really subscribe to her because she has way too few subs. But I found her music quite enjoyable when I was looking for something. So with that, we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll see you back right here with terrible jokes. Bye. Hey everyone, Achterban here, and we from the NASA Bunker 33 Something for Nothing show are doing a 24-hour live stream to support the Neurofibromatosis Foundation, the Netherlands. Neurofibromatosis is a genetic disease mostly known for its tumors and can cause facial deformities, chronic pain and much more. The Neurofibromatosis Foundation in the Netherlands supports research, creates literature, organizes patient meetups and does a lot more to help patients with neurofibromatosis. So help us support the Neurofibromatosis Foundation in the Netherlands and come see us live on May the 8th to May the 9th European time. We'll have guests, play game, talk a lot more about neurofibromatosis and what it is and what it means for the patients. We'll just have a lot of fun, but also have some serious moments here and there. So May the 8th to May the 9th, Nasenbank 33, watch your channel and donate.
I met her by the corner store. She was the prettiest girl I'd ever seen before. Her father was as straight as sin. He'd be cleaning his gun before he let me in. And my mother heard me cry at night, 'cause this girl I loved, I was out of sight. My father said just hope and pray, one day soon she will hear you say, hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. And would you let me take you home? I've got your favorite tea for you on the stove. And could you flash a dial? I've been in search of you for a long, long while. Hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. It must have been the 1st of May, a party on Seabrook holiday. She wore Chanel and Tiffany gold while I was dressed in my brother's clothes. As summers and she left the town, and my heart it broke with that engine sound. My father said just hope and pray, one day soon she will hear you say, hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. And would you let me take you home? I've got your favorite tea for you on the stove. And could you flash a dial? I've been in search of you for a long, long while. Hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. Months passed, my feelings stayed, and I found myself at that old cafe. She'd moved to the upper side, so I milled up logs just to earn a ride. And one night in the orange glow, through the doorway light, was a girl I know. Before me stood Ali Ray, and you wouldn't believe it, but I heard her say, hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. And would you let me take you home? I've got your favorite tea for you on the stove. And could you flash a dial? I've been in search of you for a long, long while. Hey baby, would you walk my way? I've been dreaming about you since yesterday. Girl called Mary, she lived down the road. Well, her husband was a man called Jim. He lived for the day, he didn't think of tomorrow, and he drank just a bit too much gin. And when he drank, Alex, she'd wonder why she stayed in the sleepy little town. So when he stumbled home late that night, well, she left without even a sound. And she ran down the back streets with a backpack in hand. Oh God, what had she just done? Her husband who had heard her with more than words was also the father of her son. And that Bondi train was rolling, running away, leaving the past behind. So she slipped through that crack, man, she never looked back. She was in for one hell of a ride. Mary, Mary, where will you go? Where are you running to now? The train smells of smoke in a blind man's hope, but I promised her life somehow. And the faces on board she'd not seen before, some danced and begged for a fee. A wrinkled man reached deep in his pocket and said, this is the place to be. And the children they laughed, held hands and sang, trumpets began to play. And she saw through the crowd, it was night somehow. Blank stares were lost to the day. So she sat in the back seat with a backpack in her hand. Oh God, what had she just done? Her husband, who had heard her with more than words, was also the father of her son. And that Bondi train was rolling, running away, leaving the past behind. So she fastened her strap and she sat in the back. She was in for one hell of a ride. Mary, Mary, where will you go? Where are you running to now? The train smells of smoke and a blind man's hope, but it promised her life somehow. And the night turned to morning, the dark turned to light, and her eyelids opened again. She heard women speak football while men giggled, and the elderly watched in dismay. And the Englishman opposite, he sipped his Guinness, said, "What's the crack today?" And he winked his eye as she began to cry, and said, "Freedom's coming your way." Mary, Mary, where will you go? Where are you running to now? This train smells of smoke and a blind man's hope, but it promised her life somehow. Mary, Mary, where will you go? Where are you running to now? This train smells of smoke and a blind man's hope, but it promised her life somehow.
There we
that was
go.
some good music, man.
Yeah.
People really digged it. So yeah, Harper Bloom, subscribe to her because he is pretty cool.
There you go.
And look, guys, the ransom wasn't paid during the break, so Barman is not coming back. Get the money together, people. We're not giving him back until our demands are met. If you want Barman, pay the money. It's pretty simple. It's a basic extortion racket. So get that money together, people, if you ever want to see Barman again.
We were gonna give them another chance.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. What did you do?
Well,
Was that squealing, Billy squealing? I heard.
I definitely did not make him meet Gary.
Well, look, that's squealing like a pig. I didn't think that could have possibly have been Barman. So that was him. We've got to reclone him, haven't we? Oh, fuck, it's out of budget. We're going to have to knock the ransom up, mate.
I've made him meet Gary, so you know what happens when you meet Gary.
I mean,
so Barman is partying with Prince Philip.
Guys,
He's partying with Prince Philip.
Yeah, just remember that freaking cloning machine is driving up the electricity costs quite a bit. Just don't do it in the future. The bill is already too big as it is. So please
give me a moment. I need to open up my window to get a new fresh draft in.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Okay, guys. Well, to kick it off, I'm just going to point this out. Bit of philosophy for you. When one door opens, when one door closes, another one opens. You're probably in prison.
That is wisdom. That is wisdom, indeed.
There you go.
I'm going to scroll up because I had a couple of more jokes by 2747. Oh, Boomer.
All right, guys. Oh, Arduin.
Why does the Queen have to fart?
Because you stole his joke from the side chat. I don't know. Why does the Queen have to fart?
I did say that too. The 2747 made this joke because there has to be an heir to the throne.
You know, I somehow suspect 2747 might not be their real name. But anyway, that's just me. I'm suspicious by nature. Okay. Sorry.
What do you call a magical dog?
I don't know. What do you call a magical dog?
It's called a Labracadabrador.
Oh.
Oh,
And that
Adrian,
joke is a leprechaun. Oh, dear. Right. Okay.
Oh, Flint.
why can't you trust Adams?
I don't know. Why can't you
They
trust
make up
Adams?
everything.
Yes,
Oh,
They make-
they make up everything.
Oh,
Did you
wow.
hear about
Corin.
the claustrophobic
Oh,
astronaut? Yeah.
If
Did-
no one
did you
comes
hear
from the
about
future to stop... No, you go. You go.
Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut?
No, I didn't hear about the claustrophobic astronaut. Oh, my God, that was a mouthful.
The poor guy really needed some space.
Nice. Well, one back at you, Corin. If no one comes from the
Yeah.
future to stop you from doing what you're doing, then how bad a decision can it really be? God, I hope I got that. Sorry, Arthur. I'll try.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Adrian.
What do you call? What do you call it after the Queen has used the toilet?
I don't know.
A royal flush.
Oh.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
for that, I'm going to get royal flush in this next hand. Just to say, fuck you.
You know, if
Oh,
you donate
Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
A friend suggested, a gardening point here, a friend suggested putting manure on my strawberries. I'm never doing that again. I'm going back to fucking whipped cream.
Okay.
Okay, if you donate 1 kidney, everyone loves you, but when you donate 5, everyone thinks you're evil.
Oh no! I'll post this one in chat.
I just crashed my
okay.
new Kia. Now I have no Kia.
Don't they break? Don't they, not break?
I mean, the Kia breaks, the Nokia doesn't.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Arwen.
Oh, Boomer.
Bit tragic at our home, but my beloved wife, Karen, she left a note on the fridge saying, "This isn't working, goodbye." I opened it up and it works just fine.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Quirin.
How many ears does Spock have?
2.
3. The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Who's up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, no one's up. Old Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
A little guy was in the cafe eating his lunch and 3 bikies walked in, looked around, decided to have some fun with the dude over at the table. So they sat down and one of them took his coffee away and drank it. The other one picked up his pie and ate that. The third one picked up his little cake, his little coffee scroll, and ate that too. Silently, the guy just got up, walked over and paid his bill and left. The 3 bikies looked at the waitress and said, "Did you see that guy? He wasn't much of a man at all. We took his sandwich, his coffee and his cake and he didn't do a thing." And the waitress turned to him and said, "Yeah, he's not much of a truck driver either because he just ran over 3 Harleys in the car park."
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, other one.
So, in America, you call people who marry their cousins hillbillies, but what do you call people who marry their cousins in Europe?
Probably you. I don't know. What do you call them? I don't know.
Royals.
Well, you know why they actually do that, by the way. There is a reason behind it. It was the French royals that went to America. They wanted to keep the royal blood going, and they did the incest thing to keep the royal blood in there, and that's where the hillbillies come from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Quint.
Boomer.
Flint. Doctor, I'm shrinking. What should I do? What should I do? The doctor replied, you're just going to have to be a little patient.
Or that one.
oh, Korean.
How does a penguin build a house?
Oh no! How does a penguin glue a house?
I glue them together.
Yeah, he glues it. Yeah. Oh, Flint.
Arwen.
What is the? What is the similarity? Yeah. What are the similarities between the royal family and yeast?
I think yeast actually tastes like something.
No, they're both inbred.
Warren.
Oh, Flint.
No, that was Puma.
No, okay, I'll go. I've found I've been happier since I changed from coffee in the morning to orange juice. My doctor explained it was the vitamin C and the natural sugars, but I really think it's the vodka.
Yeah, the vodka.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Quarren.
What's the difference between yogurt and America?
I don't know. What is the difference between yogurt and America? But I sense a culture.
Well, if you leave yogurt alone for 200 years, it'll grow a culture.
Oh, god damn it, I love this joke. Arwen.
Oh, Flint.
What kind of fish has a medical degree?
I don't know what kind of fish does have a medical degree.
A sturgeon. And I probably butchered that pronunciation.
No, it was. I think it was pretty okay.
Yay! I can English.
Oh,
I'm going to post this one.
Good guy.
I'm going to keep this one in front of me. Oh.
Oh. No. Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, never spell part backwards. It's a trap.
You beat me in, you bastard. I was going to do that with a couple. Flint.
Oh, Puma.
I've had to go to my default joke now. Don't worry about your smartphone spying on you. Your vacuum cleaner has been gathering dirt on you for years.
I'll post this here. This isn't even worth. This isn't even safe for the site yet.
Another one.
Oh, Boomer.
Did you know that Darth Vader was referred to as Darth Vader because when they called him Master Vader, the stormtroopers used to chuckle?
Just don't forget to breathe. Just don't forget to breathe. That's really important on that kind of business. The breathing technique is really important.
Yeah.
Right.
Check.
Double check.
Yeah, double check.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
A wife got so mad at her husband, she packed his bags and told him to get the fuck out. As he walked to the door, she yelled out, "And I hope you die a long, slow, and very painful death." And he turned around and said, "So you want me to fucking stay?"
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Who's out there?
Oh, okay, that one is good.
You
An
broke
American,
me.
an English speaker, a French speaker, Spanish speaker, and the German speaker are all attending a Zoom call. The supervisor asked, "Can you see me okay?" To which they answered, "Yes, we see ya." Ah. That sounds like your aneurysm.
sorry.
I win.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take a stroke on this hole. Oh my god! The 8th hole, I've already had an extra stroke.
Quirian, how are you in your how are you in your Royals lore?
Why?
Well,
I know some.
What do you call a person whose wife was the queen, whose daughter was a princess, and his boss is the emperor, but he himself is not a royal?
I think. That's well. Tell me, what is it? What do you call it?
Darth Vader.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah. Yeah. Always good. Good times. If there's some. Oh, I got some more tea. Oh, I found the booty. It's a bit of tea left, which is now cold, but.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Queer.
Can you tell me the thing that is flatter than the Earth?
No, I can't.
It's an anti-vax child's AKG. I'm going to see myself out.
The doors on the left, and pay attention. The one to the right is actually the one to the balcony.
You know what?
You don't want to take that one.
Okay, should I fault with this one?
So we have a certain lining, as in. That one is good, Shin-Yu.
When a British royal baby was born, it weighed about 9 pounds, which is just under $1.15.
Yeah.
Just under $15. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, from Shin-Yu. Clinics collecting DNA for decades.
Yup.
Oh, we have Mr. Conspiracy Cats in the chat. Good evening, dear sir. How are you doing? How's the snow? How's the snow?
You will need therapy after this session. We've only just started and we are down to the bottom of the barrel. We accept no responsibility for any medical issues that arise in a legal and binding way.
Hi, so basically just the most awesome thing which you can possibly do is basically go rubber on an adventure to stuff and things and, points. Yeah. So I saw a few thousand-year-old... Go boomer.
Oh, sorry. Are we into a joke or is it a story? Oh, okay. I've lost my role. Okay. Oh, when someone tells you to walk a mile in his shoes, go ahead and do it. Because once you've done it, it doesn't matter. You're a mile away and you've got his fucking shoes.
So I saw a 2,000-year-old oil stain. It was from ancient Greece.
Oh.
That was it.
Oh.
That aneurysm has just balanced up my stroke. Okay, that's good.
Ah,
Good
that's-
work with that.
Okay, congratulations to the astronauts that left Earth. Good choice.
Not bad.
Well, especially those who left in 2020. Yeah, it was like fucking lucky bastards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Arwen,
Oh, boomer.
just one of those more philosophical points, and perhaps a good thing in life is your phone won't autocorrect when you've got the caps lock on because it assumes you're angry and doesn't want to get involved. Come on, guys.
Oh,
Save it.
Oh, Arwen.
Why do Germans love Americans?
I don't know. Potatoes?
Because Americans are the most. Because Americans are the most hated people in the world now.
Oh, Arwen.
Oh, Flint.
Why don't dinosaurs make good pets?
I don't know. Why don't?
Oh, no.
Why don't do dinosaurs make good pets?
Because they're dead.
It's come to this, has it? We did the dead dinosaur joke this early, and Flint, you have jumped the gun. All right, Flint, this is revenge now. This is revenge. Okay,
Okay,
Flint,
Boomer.
shout out to whoever invented the word plethora. It means a lot.
Oh, boomer.
Oh, whoever that was.
Why did Elon Musk choose the SpaceX to land on Mars?
I don't know. What did he do? Whatever you said.
Because if he chose Space Y, he'd land on 14-year-old boys.
Oh, Corin.
Oh, boomer.
I hired a handyman, gave him a list. When I got home, only jobs 1, 3, and 5 were done. It turns out he only does odd jobs.
Oh, the person who has the ace now is gonna.
Oh.
Yes. He would be betting big, wouldn't he? You can
He
imagine him to
would.
throw a lot of money in. Yeah, he would be really piling in the chips.
So,
Says
Boomer,
no one with an ace. Oh, yes, Arwen.
what happened when the American broke his arm?
I don't know. What did the American do when he broke his arm?
He went broke.
All right, this is it, revenge. Oh, Arwen.
Oh, Boomer.
I fell asleep last night reading old magazines, and this morning I woke up with back issues. He says as he quietly slips a 20-chip bet in.
Oh no.
Oh,
That is.
Tense
that is
moment.
sad.
three bullets on the table. Who's the man with the ace? Who has got it?
None.
Yeah, maybe not. It could be in the... I was actually waiting for the fourth ace.
Actually, we had a couple of times. I think what's last time where we had like 5 in a row, 5 times in a row, four of a kind. At least we had it a couple of times in that evening. And
There you go. I had it.
damn it!
Oh, nice one. Good hand, mate. Yeah, big clap on that.
That was very lucky.
Nice.
Holy
4 fucking aces. Well done, brother.
So
Yeah,
Craig,
that's
King of
it,
Fifties, too.
It is
Craig,
one.
here's your rewards. I called my American friend because I wanted to hang out with him, play some games, and I asked him, "Hey, dude, are you free tonight?" And my friend said, "Of course I am. I'm American."
I'm 100
Have you
days
gone to the-
sober. Not in a row or
Have you
anything,
gone to-
just in total.
You went to the Christmas cracker factory, didn't you, Adam, and went through their bin for that, Joe? Yeah, the bonbon joint. You went through their fucking bin again, didn't you? I told you to stay away from the Christmas cracker factory. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, Flint,
Oh, queer.
why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Pancakes?
The chicken crossed the road because North Korea's long-range missiles can't reach that far.
You mean the fall-over distance which I have? Yeah.
Oh, God. Right.
Okay, I'm keeping that one for later.
You know what's so good about having new people, people in for poker? You can tell the old jokes, and they won't notice. Oh, Quirion.
Oh, Ardavan.
I was reading a book on helium. It was impossible to put down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not thrilled my wife is into bondage, but my hands are tied.
Oh, no. Oh, Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
Stephen King has a son named Joe. I'm not joking, but he is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just thought. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Flint,
Oh, are we
Flint,
okay?
you must be. I'm almost sure that you will be able to give me the punchline to this joke. Did you hear about oxygen and magnesium? They're going out, and then you say,
Oh my God.
Yeah. OMG.
OMG.
You know, I really love
God.
to talk to do all these periodic table jokes, but all the good ones are gone.
Yeah. I mean,
There was a time you got beaten up after school for those sort of jokes. We could still be in that time, guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Boomer.
Clara.
Go ahead.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Clara. I asked the librarian if she had any books on paranoia, and she leaned over and whispered, "They're right behind you."
I love that sort of jokes.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, I don't know.
And Dung Beetle walks into the bar and says, "Excuse me, is this stool taken?"
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, Flint.
oh, Queern.
Oh, what do you do with the sick chemist?
Oh, I don't know. What do you with the sick chemist?
If you can't heal him and you can't cure him, then you might as well bury him.
Well.
So what if I can't spell apocalypse? It's not like it's the end of the world.
Oh, Boomer.
Queerin.
Why do North Koreans draw lines so well?
I don't know why North Koreans draw lines so well.
They have a supreme ruler.
Beautiful. Oh, Queerin, revenge jokes are very good. Here is one back at you. I was walking along the street the other day when I slipped in a dog shit. A minute later, a guy came along and did exactly the same thing. And I said to him, I just did that. He punched me in the face and called me a dirty bastard.
Oh, Arwen.
What did the hipster Ice Cube say before to the glass of water?
I don't know. What did the hipster Ice Cube say?
I was water before it was cool.
Oh dear.
Oh, Ardalan.
Yes, Quillian.
Why is North Korea so angry at South Korea?
I don't know.
They ain't got no soul.
I had a plan.
Aneurysm activated. Oh, shut up, you bragger. Thank you, make me come out of it.
Oh, Quillian.
Oh, Ardalan.
Why are chemists so great for solving certain problems?
Well, I don't know. Why are they great at solving problems?
Well, they have all the solutions.
Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
Confucius say, "Man with problem at hand, wake up with solution best."
Huh.
It's a masturbation. You have to explain it. Oh my god, I'm losing it.
I really
Well,
don't get it. Sorry.
Problem at hand, wake up with solution on chest. It's a masturbation joke. The best jokes are the ones you have to explain.
Yeah.
All right, I'll count it back.
Half was lost in transmission, so you're not to blame.
So I'll compensate for this. I left my girlfriend last girlfriend because she was addicted to counting. I sometimes wonder what she's up to.
Boomer, boomer.
Yes.
So two blood cells met and fell in love, but at last it was all in vain.
A true love story.
We are cells and
Quirin.
Oh, Boomer.
I've just released my own fragrance. Nobody in the car seemed to like it.
Oh, damn it.
I forgot to yell something.
Yeah, and I made the highs, but I was too busy actually trying to give somebody a heart attack, B, aneurysm. So, Boomer.
Oh, yes.
New Egyptian undertakers have opened up in town. Their motto: satisfaction guaranteed, or your mummy back.
Oh, that's the most nice. Arwen.
Oh, Boomer.
The amount of autonomous or self-driving vehicles, as we call them, it is only a matter of time before a country song exists where a man's truck leaves him.
Oh no. So one tectonic
Oops.
plate bumped into another tectonic plate and said, "Sorry, my fault."
Arwen.
Oh, Boomer.
Two fish were swimming along and one hit a wall and the other one said,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I got the crickets. Yes, cricket award."
Warren.
Oh, Flint. Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
If April showers bring Mayflowers, what do Mayflowers bring? Pilgrims. You won. Only half the cricket, so.
Quirin. God, I love doing your jokes. Quirin.
Boomer, vertel. Yeah?
There's a big difference between when a guy or a girl say, "I went through an entire box of tissues during that movie."
Flint.
Arwen?
Yeah, Flint.
Let me move the thing about the betting. So. God damn it.
Oh, Quarian.
Oh, Ardalan.
An infectious disease walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And then the infectious disease replies, "Well, you're not a very good host."
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Queern.
What do mummies listen to on Halloween?
I don't know.
Rap music.
Oh, Arwen.
Te ingewikkeld. Yeah, Boomer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I get an appointment at the library, but it was fully booked.
Sometimes I wonder why I still work with you, Boomer.
Yeah. I mean, I really do. Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Flint.
I saw a microbiologist today. He was much bigger than I expected.
Oh,
Yes.
uh,
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So guys, did you guys know why the cloud dated the fog?
no, why?
did they?
Because it was sewn down to Earth.
Tell him, man, there are 400 billion stars, and he'll believe you. Tell him a bench has wet paint, and he needs to touch it.
No. Oh, okay. I'll hit you back with that. Oh, Querin.
Oh, Boomer.
I bought a chicken to make sandwiches. Oh, fuck a dozen. It just shits on the floor.
Oh, God.
Chicken to make sandwiches. It doesn't. It just shits on the floor. Hey, it worked well in rehearsal. Okay.
I mean... So, I heard the guy who invented anagrams passed away today. May he erect a penis.
No.
Boomer.
Oh, Arwen.
So how do you kill Nathan Thompson in a submarine?
I don't know. How do you kill Thompson in a submarine?
You knock on the door.
So why did the entire submarine fleet sink
I don't know.
one day? Open doors day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Querin.
Oh, Boomer.
What do you get if you cross a Hell's Angel with a Jehovah's Witness?
A biker that knocks on your door?
You get someone who knocks on
knocks
your
it
door
down?
and tells you to fuck off. No, he knocks on your door and tells you to fuck off.
What to say to another painter when they get into an argument?
I don't. I was feeling this. What does another painter say to another painter when they get into an argument?
Don't use that tone with me.
Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
A pessimist sees the dark tunnel. The optimist sees the light at the end of the tunnel. The realist sees the freight train. The train driver sees three idiots standing on the train tracks.
Mm-hmm. True story, true story. Queer.
Oh, Flint.
I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a heart.
I love it. I can so relate to that.
But Boomer,
Oh yes, Arwen.
Why is Riley staring at a pack of orange juice?
I don't know. Why is Riley staring at a packet of orange juice?
Because they're orange juice. Because the box of orange juice says concentrated.
Okay. Just a general announcement, guys. I'm gonna have to bring this up. Whoever stole my fucking shoes when I was on the bouncing castle, grow the fuck up.
Oh, our darling.
Oh, Quarian.
What do you call a train loaded with toffee?
I don't know. What do you call a train loaded with toffee?
A choo-choo train.
And Jin, the secret is that Boomer, without him knowing, actually pays for my research materials. So, yeah, that is why I still work with him.
Okay.
Adrian.
Firstly, you go. There you go.
Arwen.
Yeah, Flint.
A cop pulled me over and said, papers. I yelled scissors and drove off.
You know the irony. He must want a rematch because he's still chasing you. You missed the second half of that joke. You should scroll down. Oh, Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
Flint. The book on marriage says to treat your wife like you treated her on your first date. So after dinner tonight, I'm going to drop her off at her parents' house.
Blimey.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Quinn.
Have you ever heard of the Mexican train killer?
No, I didn't.
He had locomotives.
No.
Love it. Oh, look, hey, Quirin, I've got to say, the first night here, we keep this down to such a gutter standard, even the gutter is raising it, and yet you have easily slipped seamlessly and flawlessly into our mode. Congratulations on that. And on that note, I'm going to tell you that the chemist came into work one morning and saw a man leaning against the wall. Now, the chemist said to the assistant, "What's wrong with him?" And the assistant said, "He came in for some cough syrup. I couldn't find any, so I gave him a bottle of laxatives." And the doctor says, "What? You can't treat a cough with laxatives." And he says, "Of course you can. Look at him. He's fucking scared to cough."
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. Oh shit. Ah.
Wow.
Aneurysm's activated, guys.
Oh, Flint.
Okay. We're
Oh. Adrian.
What did the thermometer? What did the thermometer say to the graduated cylinder?
I don't know.
You may have graduated, but I have more degrees.
Also, heist people, join the heist. Heist. Heist.
You just don't do it with the same commitment anymore, Flint.
I mean,
What has
I'm
happened
trying
to
to
you?
trying to give you more variation into it. Always doing the same is boring.
You know,
Yes,
I should do more
true.
bonus jokes though, because they're very impressive.
Oh yeah, that one is a good one. Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Flint.
What is the leading cause of dry skin?
I don't know. What is the leading cause of dry skin?
Towels.
That actually hurt. Okay.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Arwen.
So a group of protesters is standing in front of a physics labs and they're chanting, "What do we want? Time travel! When do we want it? Irrelevant!"
Yes.
Quirin,
Oh, Boomer.
when I have two friends that don't know each other, I like to tell them all each separately that the other one's deaf, so they can yell at each other for a bit. It's not for any reason other than I'm just a fucking arsehole.
Good times, good times.
What do you call a crayfish with a messy house?
Oh, I don't
So
know.
who has a pair? I have a pair.
It's called a slopster.
Flint,
Boomer.
you know that the lobsters in the kitchen on the Titanic would have thought it was some sort of miracle? I love that joke. I love whoever did that. A bit more joke from the start.
Boomer.
Hello.
Fleet.
How are programmers and cats alike?
I don't know. How are programmers and cats alike?
They both can sit in the same position for a long time and get excited when they find a bug. True story.
That is true.
Okay.
That
Oh,
is
Boomer.
true.
Oh, Quirin.
How do you make an octopus laugh?
I don't know. How do I make an octopus laugh?
Give it tentacles.
Oh my god.
Is that an aneurysm or is that the stroke?
So,
I think it was a bit of
burger.
both.
No?
Why does a burger have less energy than a steak?
Well, why does a burger have less energy than a steak?
A burger is in its ground state.
That is so stupid. I love it.
Hey guys, I just really need to get that out. No more Suez Canal jokes. That ship has sailed.
Yep.
So, Boomer, question.
Yes. Far away.
So, since light travels faster than sound, is that the reason why people may appear bright until you hear them speak?
I think my.
Flint.
I'm digging around the bin. This joke bin. Wow. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, queer.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon?
No, I didn't.
Great food, no atmosphere.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
I told my suitcases there's going to be no international travel this year. Now I'm dealing with emotional baggage.
And did you guys hear about oxygen going on a date with potassium?
Okay.
Yeah, it went okay.
Okay. I'm actually gonna torture you all now, but you should just listen to the text. It is quite amazing. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Don't let them drive his cargo freight. Don't let him steal that Krakow fighter. That doesn't even work. Don't let him lead that Krakow fighter early in the morning. I think I can do that better. I need to save that and try that again and record it actually.
Well.
Or that.
Give me a second.
Aquarian.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
I'm gonna pretend I don't know this one.
When the punchline becomes apparent.
Oh, queer.
Oh, Flint.
No, it was me. If you watch Jaws backwards, it becomes a heartwarming story about a shark who gives arms and legs back to disabled people.
Yes. Oh, Boomer.
Oh,
How do celebrities stay cool?
I don't know. How do celebrities stay cool?
They have many fans.
Uh,
No.
Yep.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, I don't know. Who's broken?
So, how do astronomers organize a party?
I don't know. How do astronomers organise a party?
They plan it.
Oh, God. I'm not going through a box of tissues on that gag. Okay.
Well, still,
The bottom of the bit is getting deep.
Let's give it about 50 minutes. 15 minutes, sorry, and then we'll slowly wrap it up.
Like a mummy.
Then we can all, like a mummy, and then we can all recover from our heart attacks and aneurysms. How does that sound?
Come on, guys, it ain't that bad.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Boomer.
If I owned a DeLorean, I would probably only drive it from time to time.
Yep, I would do that too.
Oh,
Boomer.
why do ants never get sick?
Why do ants never get sick?
Because they have antibodies.
Oh.
Yeah, makes sense.
Stretch it.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Arwen.
What do clouds do when they become rich?
I don't know.
They make it rain.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't warrant that with anything either.
Oh, other one.
Oh, Boomer.
On a health kick. Got up at 5 a.m. Did a 6-kilometer run. Got back. Prepared a vegetable smoothie for breakfast. Don't remember the rest of the dream. Okay, I'll take on.
I'm gonna take my revenge. Boomer.
Yeah.
What Christian denominations do Adams belong to?
I don't. Whatever that was you said, I don't know.
Well, obviously Adams are Catholic because they have mass.
Oh. Quirin. Quirin.
Boomer.
Did you know if you hold a crab up to your ear, you can hear what it sounds like when a crab attacks your ear?
In a pinch.
Also,
Indeed.
Quirin.
Oh,
For your
Boomer.
birthday. For your birthday, you're an abacus. It is the thought that counts. Oh my god, a telepathic abacus. I fucked that right up. Sorry guys, now I'm destroying their jokes. I'm butchering them. I've started the butchery.
Oh,
fuck.
Flint.
We're done now.
Oh, Arwen.
So why do centipedes have 100 legs?
I don't know. To scare the shit out of me.
So they can walk.
I don't have any issue with spiders, but I have an issue with centipedes and millipedes. I don't know why. Spiders don't scare me, but millipedes do.
Oh, Ardava.
Oh, Quern.
How do you make holy water?
I don't know. How do you make holy water?
You boil the hell out of it.
Yeah, you hear there that's Boomer's big fan. At least he has one.
We named her Berta.
Hello, Berta.
Big? She's big.
Yeah, he's a really big fan. It's also the only fan that Boomer will ever have.
What do you mean I have a big fan? Have I got an admirer in the chat? I'm not on the chat page now. I'm looking for bad jokes.
No, it's the fan that we hear in your background.
Oh, that's my heater. Yes, of course. You reckon I'm going to be here in the cold and put up to you guys? I'll be dead.
So you guys do know why you should never trust an Adam, right?
Yeah, to make up all things. We already had that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck,
know.
drop
You know,
the ball.
I'm distracted by my cat that jumped on my desk.
Oh well. Think give her some pets.
Yeah.
And then forfeit
And
your
now-
soul to her.
And now I can't see where my cards are. There are my cards.
Oh, Flint.
Oh, Kern.
Can February, March?
Yes.
No, but April, May.
Oh, Quirin,
Oh, Boomer.
if smoking weed causes short-term memory loss, what does smoking weed cause?
I don't know. What does short-term memory loss do?
That was it. I'm gonna
Yeah, you know, thanks to weed, you know, I did know a lot of science jokes, but now they are gone.
Oh, Flint,
Oh, Boomer.
have you ever noticed with the amount of times you see people carving names on trees, how many people bring knives on a day?
Yes.
Oh, Boomer.
Oh, Quirin,
Yesterday, I found a wallet, and you know, what would I do as a good Christian? I mean, what would Jesus do? So
know,
what would I do
Jesus
if I turned the wallet into wine?
Yeah, I mean, I would just take out 10% finder's loan and then toss it away again.
I would think, what would Jesus do? So I would walk into the bank and yell at the moneylenders.
Or take out a whip. Go to church and bring out the whip.
Oh yeah, exactly. God damn it. So yeah.
oh, Flint,
Oh, Boomer.
I was standing in the park and wondering why frisbees got bigger as they get closer, and then it hit me.
Oh yeah, I know that. I mean, oh Boomer.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Flint again. My wife tells me I have two major faults. Firstly, I don't listen, and something else.
well, it's funny you bring it up because my wife actually said to me, "You're not even listening," and I thought, what a strange way to start a sentence.
What a strange way to start a conversation is what I usually think, but...
or Darwin.
Oh, Quirin.
What do you call Batman when he skips church?
Oh. And it's heist time, just saying. It's just that you all know. It's just heist time, you know, heist.
It's still not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same, but I like to be a bit different than usual. I mean, I always can do the same, but bleh, boring.
Boomer, you claim you claim to know so much, but do you know how fish get stoned?
I don't know how fish get stoned, so please, enlighten me.
Seaweed.
Oh my god. In fact, I think the guys on Bunker 33 did that joke during the Mermaids on Venus night when they did the Mermaids. Was that NASA Bunker 33, did you ask? Yes, it was NASA Bunker 33. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, those guys from the Something for Nothing show. What will they have planned for next week?
I don't know what they've got planned. Rumors have it they are pretty good looking, a really cruising bunch of dudes, and damn good at the sex. But on a different note, I actually send flowers from Steve to my neighbour's wife every Friday night, and then watch him from my living room while eating popcorn.
I mean, I do something similar. When I'm feeling bored. I mean, I just need my neighbor's cat and the laser pointer to destroy his entire living room.
That's actually not a bad one. I might try that. Also, though, on the flowers from Tom to my neighbour's wife, I'm going to spice it up on Friday by sending the same flowers to her husband. From Steve, yes.
Street from work.
But no, but seriously,
we're getting big
next week, Boomer, on the Bunker 33, probably the Ape Man, right?
I believe so.
Would
that be about a man who could be possibly an ape? Would this be manipulation? People playing God? Or did they perhaps fly through space and somehow travel to another time? Or is that a different movie?
Well, I bet I'm almost sure that it wouldn't be to a couple of well-intended scientists messing up. I bet that's probably not gonna be it, because that's never the plot of those movies.
It's the bad acting that makes them, though, isn't it? Holy shit! Who's putting all his money in? Let's get someone sitting on a straight here or something. Oh no, a couple of jacks. What's going on, guys? You're trying to take my money.
So I'm in case people didn't notice, I'm slowly but surely trying to round things up around here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't square them up.
No.
You know, guys, in this post-COVID era we're going through, who would have thought that if we were smoking weed at a family gathering, the illegal part would be the family gathering?
Yeah.
I just opened a restaurant called Peace and Quiet. Kids meals only $150.
I like that. I can see that done.
So let's see, guys. Does anyone have anything to show?
Yeah, well, I'm actually just going on and actually shield somebody else because they actually putting in a lot of work in actually making an online course for their patrons, and that is Dr. Wildlife. If you like biology really much, then you should go and check her out if you really like it. She puts a lot of effort into it and actually makes a curriculum and everything. So if you have the bit of spare change, go check her out. She is an awesome science communicator. That's from my side.
That is pretty cool. And of course, the people here on the EiE Network who have some wonderful shows like the Shills and the Uncalled For. And of course, the Pain of Progress. I don't see anything planned for tonight after this, so I'm not sure if there will be anything today. But usually it's here, and it's a pretty good show, and it's a high recommend. I would definitely give it a look.
Mm-mm. Otherwise, you could go over to Steaming Cup of Reasons channel. There it's up and it premiered today, so
yes,
go check that out.
Let me think. Today his show was about
ancient Greece.
Yeah. Those Greeks, I tell you, man, those Greek people, ancient Greek people, they knew how to party.
Oh hell yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, and of course the NASA Bunker 33. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, I made plus.
Nice.
What did the Americans do? You were awake during the American stream, Boomer. Do you know what they did?
Oh, I think they were covering Karens. That rich source of Karenisms that we see around the world. Women who are entitled, bitching about something. I call them the sock mum. What else do we have? Karens and Sharons? Darren? Well, basically people having a leech. I felt it lacked tasing. In fact, I've always got a bit of a soft spot for watching a smart ass get a good tasing. But look, I've got a couple of important things I've got to bring up. Is that there's a local man who is addicted to break food, claims he can stop anytime he wants. That's the important one. And my wife, for her anniversary, she's been leaving jewelry catalogs all around the house. So I got the hint and I bought her a magazine rack. God, I'm such a romantic. How far are we stretching this out?
So what do you guys say, dudes? It's a quarter for 12. Shall we call it a day?
Yeah.
Or tomorrow, in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Australia, and if it existed, it would already be tomorrow. But look, I'm going to leave you with a thought where Jesus claimed that he could get rid of all the wicked people, and Odin claimed that he could get rid of all the ice giants. I don't see any ice giants. Game, set, and match Odin.
How can we forget? Of course, Barman's show on his channel. His videos are pretty good, but I particularly have to say that I quite like See You Next Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Produced by Conan, and it's a pretty awesome show. And you should definitely check Sarcastic Barman out on YouTube.
And for second attempt, ill-fated ransom and kidnapping of Barman, people, we are just going to stop kidnapping him unless you guys come up with some money. This is getting, I don't know, embarrassing for Barman and for us. Please, someone come and get him.
We'll see. We'll see if someone came up with some money next week, and maybe he'll be there.
Well, some of us would hope so. Some of us not so much.
Yeah, go bribe him. Yeah.
People, Boomer, Flint, Quirren, thanks for coming. People in the chat, thanks for coming.
Yes.
I think we're gonna roll it out, and I'm gonna wish you guys a wonderful night.
Rolling up.
Bye.
Hi.
Induction. 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 Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. Sphere. Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction. Ball. Sphere. Ball. Induction. Sphere. Induction.